And so they're set. Ready to run in the third here at Belmont Park. Gates have opened. They're off and racing. Parnham is going to quickly drop Leading Girl straight to the back of the field after they've gone 150. Strike Force, Mrs. Brown's Boy, they're going to dispute the lead, heading off Juicing Carrots. Nawadaroo's up there travelling fourth. A length and a half to its stablemate, Volkswagen Frank, down on the inside of Red Publisher, who's just pulling a little. And 2 lengths away there, cooling her jets early, is the odds-on favourite Leading Girl. Well, she spots the leader about 6 lengths as they settle down. Taking it up is the veteran, and that's Mrs. Brown's Boy, who's rolled to the lead, a length and a half clear of Strike Force as they zip past the 1,000. A length and a half away is Nawadaroo, travelling over on the outside of Juicing Carrots with a further 2 lengths to Volkswagen Frank, Red Publisher, and behind those is the favourite in Leading Girl. And so in this order, which is unchanged, they head out onto the side of the track and go past the 700. Mrs. Brown's Boy in control for Kennedy, out by a length and a half to Strike Force, the same margin Nawadaroo. Over on the inside, next of all, Juicing Carrots, who's coming off the bridle now and having to be urged along. They're followed further back by Red Publisher. Parnham will have to get to work very shortly on Leading Girl as they come around the turn. She's still about 6 or 7 from the leader, and back last is Volkswagen Frank. Mrs. Brown's Boy is now being stoked up as they head to the 250 from Strike Force. Leading Girl is running on down the outside with Nawadaroo. Juicing Carrots, Strike Force comes at Mrs. Brown's Boy. Leading Girl is starting to quickly cut them down in the shadow. She's going to get up there. It was a beautifully timed ride, and Leading Girl got to Strike Force in the last couple of strides to win it. Back on the inside, Juicing Carrots with Mrs. Brown's Boy, all close up. Nawadaroo from Red Publisher, and whipping them all in is Volkswagen Frank. Number 6 has got there, Leading Girl, but it took the length of the straight. The length of the home straight to run Strike Force down. Juicing Carrots might have just got the bob down on the inside for third placing in front of Mrs. Brown's Boy, but it was a pretty cool ride here on this reliable man mare. She posts her 4th win from 10 runs, and she's redeemed herself after going down as an odds-on favourite at her last 2 starts. First time that she'd appeared off a 7-day space, but she got the benefit of a little drop in the weights today. And a confident ride by a very much in form Chris Parnham has seen the Peters Investment Zone mare home to victory for Grant and Alana Williams. Number 4, Strike Force, is second home at good odds. The Looking at Lucky gelding from Tapanapa, trained by Peter Bamford, ridden by Jade McNaught. 5 Juicing Carrots fights back for third by Black Tom from Baroness Gabriella, Raquel Reed, Kiri Yule, and 4th, number 2, Mrs. Brown's Boy. 6-4-5-2 numbers as they have been posted. 3/4 1 length margins in 137.12. 34.71, a good effort because she did concede the leaders as they'd balanced up. Mrs. Brown's Boy probably about 6, maybe nearly 7 lengths at one particular stage, but she's been good enough to cut them down and go home to score at the very short odds, $1.35 on the WOP, while Strike Force was $21 and Juicing Carrots was $14. Now the next event, race number 4, this is the feature, the listed Farnley Stakes for Hahn Super Dry. Number 4, Pims Royale, is out, only a field of 5 to do battle over the 1400, and punters will again have to face up to another very, very short priced favourite in Massimo. But in the meantime, let's head downstairs. Chris Parnham is right in the zone at the moment, floating along in a winning bubble, and his confidence sky high there aboard this favourite Leading Girl, Brit.
Riding winners for fun at the moment, Chris Parnham. I'm downstairs with Bob Peters, who I think will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. It's been a day of placings so far, and it's been a campaign of placings for this mare in Leading Girl. Are you pleased to be able to see her finally back in the winner's circle?
Yes, I think the backing up seemed to help her. She seemed a lot fitter today, so it was a good run because she made up plenty of ground in the straight.
We obviously know she had that year break prior to the commencement of this campaign. What was the reason for that break, and has she just taken a little while to hit her peak?
No, she ran a good race first up when she won, but she had a little bit of a tendon problem. It wasn't a major one, but we gave her plenty of time, and she come back, and she's done a fairly good job winning 2 races.
Now we go and look at the East Coast and Arcadia Queen finishing second today. What did you make of that run?
A very good run for her. You know, she had the bad barrier, and she was, but she settled a lot better today and behaved herself, so that was good to see, and she finished on very well. I think the sectionals will be good when you see them.
Obviously, we know she's been battling that little bit of a foot issue. Has that been good in the lead up to this week?
The last few days have been good. Since she had that little jump out, she's been good. Up until then, she had troubles. This is 2 of them, so she's missed a race and she's missed work, but she might be hopefully back on track.
Adds even more merit to today's performance. What about your assessment of Windstorm?
A bit disappointing. Obviously, wasn't ready for it by the look of it. He loomed up to win and didn't go on with it.
And only in 10 minutes, perfect duel. Do you get nervous at all, Bob, or are you just in anticipation hoping that she can win the Makybe Diva?
We're not under a lot of pressure with her, but probably the only ones I get nervous in these days are Group 1s.
Well, best of luck. We'll be all cheering here. We'll all gather around the TV. Well done on this one.
Thank you.
Bob Peters there, and Chris Parnham's catching up with Scott.
I've got Chris Parnham after the win of leading girl. Chris, speaking about this ride on Friday on the radio, you said last start she was exposed a little bit early. Were you nervous turning for home that you were going to have to pull the trigger?
Yeah, look, to be honest, they were sort of getting away from me, and I guess it was in the back of my mind, would I catch them? But I didn't want to press the button too early on her. I wanted her to sort of balance up before I really asked for the effort, and she accelerated good late.
Best run of the preparation. Were you expecting that?
Yeah, look, I definitely think she started way under the odds, but, you know, like she's been consistently knocking on the door, and she's obviously got ability, so no surprises to see what she did today.
$1.20 with Chris Pike aboard. What about later on? Who's the best of the rest for you?
Look, you know, I really like Long Beach in an interesting race, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes, and then, yeah, just all day I've got good rides, so.
Good luck for the rest of the day, Chris. Well done.
Thank you.
Chris Parnham brings up his 23rd city winner of the season in what has only been the season in its infancy. His 28th overall, and he leads the Australian Premiership. That win puts him ahead of James McDonald in the city.